All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming live from our Joburg office. Good morning and welcome back to the opening bell with myself, Tshepo and Ashley. And this is brought to you by TD Markets and TD Markets Academy every Mondays to Fridays at 9, streaming live on YouTube. I hope everyone is well this morning. We're going to get on with it. We are still looking at the crypto. We are still looking at possibilities on the crypto. So this morning, we are focusing on Bitcoin. We are focusing on Ethereum. We also have a currency pair USD CAD. All right. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. We have Bitcoin here. All right. So Bitcoin, nothing has changed. In fact, for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, in terms of the direction, nothing has changed, especially in terms of the overall outlook and the overall fundamentals and what's happening around the crypto space at the moment. Nothing has changed. All right. A lot of institutions are holding Bitcoin in their reserve. Similarly, they are holding Ethereum also in their treasury reserve. All right. Or treasury, or you can say holding or reserve. They are holding those things. So every time there's a dip towards the downside, they are not looking to sell. They continue to purchase. All right. You guys can do a bit of research on that, looking at the companies that are holding Bitcoin in their holding, that are holding Ethereum in their holding. All right. Or you can say in their reserve. So with that thought process, we are looking at Bitcoin right now and we remain bullish, right? We have never been bearish. We remain bullish. Now, from a technical point of view, we can see Bitcoin breaching this zone and heading back to 117,422 dollars. So that price level there, 117,000, we can see Bitcoin, once it breaks through that area, then it can give us a push back to that zone there, right? It's going to be a nice push towards the upside. And once price reaches that zone, then we'll come back and talk about what we could expect moving forward, right? So Bitcoin is a very simple one. We remain bullish. This is the current price action. Price is formed this low here, and we are looking for price to push towards the upside. If you take a look at Ethereum, it has been consolidating for a week, right? It has been consolidating for a week and a couple of days. Also, Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin in recent weeks, and so there's a lot of corporate interest in Ethereum, right? So meaning to say, just like Bitcoin, Ethereum, there are companies that are busy purchasing Ethereum and holding it, right, in their reserve. This is purely for investment strategies, right, and also to capitalize on this financially. Of course, it's, these are entities, these are companies. So if you take a look at Ethereum right now, it has been consolidating. Overall, the structure remains bullish. The outlook is companies busy purchasing Ethereum and holding it in their reserve. So also with that thought process, we're anticipating Ethereum to go up. All right. But now from a technical point of view, there's a possibility that we may see one more push down before the market goes up. This is a possibility. It might not happen, right? And at the same time, we anticipate price to push towards the upside. So if it comes back down one more time, it might tap this low again before it goes up. But if it doesn't, it will just go up from here. All right. So that is what we're seeing with Ethereum. At the moment, nothing is happening. We're just waiting for a breakout. All right. So that is Bitcoin, that is Ethereum, a lot of opportunities on the crypto. All right. We also have USD CAD, where we are seeing a possible downside on this one, provided that, or on the basis that this creates a lower high, right? This creates a lower high, and we're anticipating price to push towards the downside. At the moment, price is stuck on that FIB. Price is stuck on the 61.8 FIB. So we're anticipating a continuation towards the downside. All right. We'll definitely speak about this in our trading room later on today at 2 p.m. So maybe do join us on our trading room at 2 p.m. on YouTube. We'll speak more about this. All right. But we are keeping an eye on a USD CAD pushing towards the downside on the basis that it forms a lower high. All right. So that's basically what we have for you guys this morning. Does Bitcoin react to USD news releases? Nope, it doesn't. Not as much as your traditional fiat currency, not as much as your traditional currency pair. Remember, Bitcoin is cryptocurrency, right? It is priced in dollars, but it's cryptocurrency. It's unlike your Euro USD, USD JPY, where it's two currencies. So whenever you have news like NFP and all of that, interest rates might affect the crypto, might affect Bitcoin, but your regular GDP, CPIs, Bitcoin doesn't react to those news. However, Bitcoin reacts mostly to, in fact, it's it's a little bit complex than this. First of all, we need to understand what Bitcoin is, what Ethereum is, what Cardano is, what Solana is, and then once we have a basic understanding of what they are, because these are not currencies. These are not currencies, right? Bitcoin, right? So we first need to have an understanding of what that is, and then from there we'll then understand news that affects Bitcoin. So your USD news releases don't affect Bitcoin, right? Things such as technology, things such as geopolitical news, these are things that potentially can affect Bitcoin, your technology, because Bitcoin runs on a blockchain network, right? So that is technology. So things that are based on technology have the ability to affect the price of Bitcoin. The same with Ethereum, because it runs on a network. It's a network, right? So yeah, so your USD news releases don't affect cryptocurrency or the Bitcoin. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, right, any more currency pairs you want me to do, you guys can attend the trading room later today. Euro USD, USD JPY. We'll speak about those on the trading room later today, right? So do join us at 2 p.m. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it from us. We'll catch you guys later today at 2 p.m. right? And yeah, wish you guys a good day further. Enjoy and cheers.